Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SpreJefe. SpreJefe, of course. And let's go ahead and have a conversation right now. Let's have a man-to-man conversation, okay? Because it's apparent that in the fragrance community, we have one of these conversations. Ladies, y'all sit this one out. To all my P's and my G's, my professionals and my gentlemen. Hey man, let's fellowship. Let's build for a minute. Because we need to have a conversation about the inspired by, dupe, clone, this term that I hear being thrown out way too much, the one of one. There is something to be said with the uses, the reasoning behind purchases and collections of an inspired by or a dupe fragrance. The most duplicated fragrance ever. I would give a big runner-up to Baccarat Rouge 540 by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Maybe a heavy runner-up. And the only reason it's a heavy runner-up is because it is a later released fragrance. But Krieg Aventus, by far, has to be the most duplicated fragrances, the most inspired by, the most cloned, the most fragrance DNA inspired into other fragrances ever to market. That's no argument, that's no debate, right? But when it comes to the conversation of if the fragrance is a one of one of or better than, I'm gonna go ahead and have to stop you right there, man. I'm gonna stop you right there. Listen, I love dupes. We all love dupes. You have a small percentage of people within FragCom that do not like dupes. Shout out to y'all. I have no issue with you guys. When it comes to Krieg Aventus, we all know we have inspired buys, such as Alt CEO, okay? And it even tells you on the bottle, in the description, that it is inspired by Aventus and Aventus Cologne. You have your dupes, Off-Non Supremacy, even designer fragrances. You have from the house of English Laundry, London. A much more sweeter take on Krieg Aventus, but you have London. That's not a very popular designer house. It's much more of a, I'm not going to disrespect their brand and say a lower end designer house, but it is a designer house that you can find at your rack stores, your Burlingtons, your TJ Maxx, your Ross, Marshalls. Banana Republic, Midnight Hour. It has the Krieg Aventus DNA. Now, I do understand that this is going after Blockade by Mind Games. With me having that understanding, I don't own Blockade by Mind Games, which is a very good fragrance, but even that fragrance has the DNA of one Krieg Aventus. You have Individual by Mont Blanc. Not Mont Blanc, Mont Blanc. Individual has a Krieg Aventus DNA. And then you have Armaf Club de Nuit. When you have a fragrance like Armaf Club de Nuit that everybody knows it's been discussed, it's been talked about amongst the fragrance community, and I know I'm a Johnny come lately when it comes to this, of how much this smells like Krieg Aventus. when it comes to a Creed Aventus inspired by dupe clone fragrance, this is as much of a one-of-one that you're going to get. Performance, sillage, longevity, compliment factor, confidence booster, command the room-esque fragrance that you are going to apply. You spray it on your suit, you're going to smell it on your suit the next day. Okay? Everybody knows this. It's no secret. So much so that I have a backup bottle. And this is going to be the limited edition. But I want to make something very clear. Let's make this clear. Nothing, none of the dupe fragrances that I have or don't have, none of the inspired by fragrances that I have or don't have compares to this. It's the King of Kings for a reason. None of them compare to this. Not even Club de Nuit. It doesn't compare to Creed Aventus. The first time that I smelled this, it instantly boosted my confidence. Instantly boosted my confidence. Does this have a price point that can be out of reach for the large majority of us? Most certainly. Could this fragrance be considered redundant? For sure. Even with that being stated, it's nowhere, no place that you won't go that when you spray on this Creed Aventus and you walk outside of your door and you go out into the world, that you don't receive a compliment and you don't have confidence. Because once you spray this on, the confidence is going to exude and the compliments are going to just be included. Confidence exudes, compliments include. I'm telling you, this is not even something that's going to put you in a place and have somebody in your face. This is a commander. This is the commander-in-chief. When you walk into function suited and booted, when you walk into the office space, when you walk into your meeting and you have this on, this is a commander-in-chief. This is the boss. This is the person that everybody listens to. This is a person that you get advice from. This is the person that you direct traffic. You put everything in place. You organize. And you expect everybody to execute in accordance to the organization that's been bestowed upon them. Now, this 3.3 2011 bottle. I've gone through 2 bottles of that. Nothing competes. You have a lot of comparisons. Nothing competes. It's the King of Kings for a reason. SpreJefe. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell every time you need me to tell the game that needs to be told, and I'm gonna most definitely tell the game that needs to be sold. Don't get confused. Peace.